Untamed and Uncut. A terrified tiger sits perched in a palm tree, growing impatient and noticeably angry. She's perilously close to hundreds of onlookers who have tried for hours to capture the big cat in a small village in eastern India and return her to the wild. But seconds after help arrives, the frightened cat pounces.
Tigers in this particular area also have a history of eating man.
The job was very difficult because people were all around. People were all around us as well as all around these tigers.
The Bengal entered the backyard in search of food. Within minutes, everyone in this tight-knit community came to help their neighbor.
It's very natural. There was a panic all around. People were afraid of their own safety.
To protect the big cat and the villagers, the decision is quickly made to tranquilize the tiger. But a doctor on scene makes a stunning observation. This tigress is pregnant. She's hit in the leg with a dose of the tranquilizing drug ketamine, the only drug that won't kill her unborn cub. But there's another risk now. Ketamine makes a tiger sleepy. It won't knock them out immediately. Minutes pass. The villagers believe she is fully sedated. They approach the tree and try to knock her down with sticks, hoping to return her to the wild. And as soon as the drowsy tiger hits the ground, she goes on the attack. The stressed-out tigress grabs hold of a man who is trying to tie her up, digging her claws deep into his leg. Tigers have large, retractable claws that they pull back into a protective layer of skin. They can expand out 4.5 inches and can easily inflict fatal injuries. Villagers run for their lives as the tiger releases the man from her death grip and turns on them. Finally, it looks like the tranquilizer is taking full effect. She sits down next to the lake and falls asleep. Now, moving very slowly, she plops into the lake. Despite the danger, villagers are determined to return her to the wild. But they are not going to make the same mistake they did before. This time, they hit her with branches to make sure the tiger is safe enough to approach. Their primitive method proves effective. Once they know it's safe, they rush in to make sure she doesn't slip under the water. A net is brought in to pick her up and carry her off. It is a dramatic procession as the entire village shows up to take the sleeping giant to the animal hospital. Thankfully, her unborn cub is fine. Despite the attack, many from the village make sure this magnificent endangered animal made it back into the wild. After being checked out, she was released several miles away from the village. They used a boat to make sure they were safe too.
You cannot always make 100% sure what a wild animal do, because wild animal is wild.
Untamed and Uncut. Only on Animal Planet.